The Galactic Council, an assembly of the universe's most powerful and ancient alien species, is shaken to its core. For centuries, it has been the unchallenged authority, a collection of beings that command vast empires across the galaxy. But today, something strange and unsettling happens. An emergency transmission bursts into their meeting room, disrupting the otherwise calm proceedings. The transmission is from Earth. To the Council, Earth is an insignificant planet, a tiny, primitive world that has only recently caught their attention. Why Earth? Why now? But the shock doesn't stop there. The transmission isn't from some unknown government official or a high-ranking diplomat. It is from Earth's ambassador, a single human woman who is about to change everything. The council chamber is a magnificent, imposing structure. Alien leaders from countless species, each more alien and powerful than the last, are seated in massive, floating chairs, their sharp eyes scanning every angle of the room. Their ships float in the distance, seemingly motionless but ready to strike at a moment's notice. These beings are the pinnacle of technology and power, their worlds thriving with advanced machinery, artificial intelligence, and artificial life forms. They have no reason to fear Earth, or so they think. The camera zooms in on the chamber as the message plays across the vast screen. The moment is tense. As the transmission begins, the room falls into an eerie silence. For the first time in a long while, the most powerful beings in the galaxy feel uncertainty creep in. What could this human have to say that could possibly matter to them? The image of a human appears on the screen. She's a woman, standing confidently in front of a simple, yet authoritative background. Her calm demeanor contrasts sharply with the vast, intimidating array of alien species that sit in judgment. She's the only one of her kind in a room full of the galaxy's most feared beings, and she knows it. The Galactic Council whispers among themselves. Some alien representatives smirk, clearly amused. A human, the same species they've dismissed as primitive and irrelevant, has somehow made her way into the most secure meeting in the galaxy. How could this happen? Who authorized it? How did humanity, of all races, rise to such a position? Earth, a planet once thought to be insignificant, a barely developed world on the edge of the galaxy, has somehow earned a seat at the table of power. The ambassador is more than just a diplomat now, she represents the rising power of humanity, a force that has shaken the very foundations of the galaxy. Her presence here, in front of the most technologically advanced beings in existence, is not a simple matter. As the ambassador stands before the council, her face is calm, but the weight of what she is about to say looms heavily over her. Earth has come far in a short amount of time, and now, they have a message for the galaxy. The silence in the room is deafening as every alien leader waits with bated breath. First revelation, suspenseful. With a voice that is firm but carries an unmistakable authority, the ambassador begins her speech. I am here today to reveal to you the truth about Earth. You see, the planet you call primitive is far more dangerous than you realize. What you have written off as a mere backwater world, Deathworld, is actually the birthplace of the most resilient and adaptable species in the galaxy. The word Deathworld echoes in the vast hall, drawing stunned silence from the council. The term is used to describe worlds so dangerous, so hostile, that few species survive for long. Deathworlds are places where nature itself seems determined to destroy life. They are home to creatures of unimaginable power and brutal environments that test the limits of any species. The idea that Earth, humans, survived on such a world seems impossible. The council chuckles at the thought. How could a species like humanity, with its primitive technology and limited resources, have survived such a place? Earth has no powerful weapons, no galaxy-spanning empires. It is a backwater, they assume, a small speck on the edge of the universe. But the ambassador stands her ground. Her voice is steady, her eyes sharp. You laugh, she says, her gaze sweeping across the alien leaders. But what you don't understand is that Earth is a death world. A place where the most dangerous creatures and harshest environments have shaped us into survivors. We didn't just survive, we thrived. And now, Earth is no longer the insignificant world you thought it was. We are a force to be reckoned with. A wave of unease ripples through the chamber. Some of the council leaders exchange nervous glances, their confident smirks fading into expressions of uncertainty. This is no ordinary diplomat speaking. This is an ambassador who carries the weight of her entire species' survival on her shoulders, and she is not backing down. The ambassador continues, her voice low but filled with undeniable conviction. The creatures of Earth are fierce. The environments are unforgiving. Humanity has fought against predators larger, faster, and stronger than any of you could imagine. We have fought wars on our own planet, against each other, and against the environment itself. And through it all, we have adapted. We have learned to survive and thrive in the harshest conditions. We are a species made for survival. The council listens in stunned silence. Some alien representatives are clearly skeptical, but others are beginning to look uneasy. One by one, the smugness on their faces begins to fade as they listen more intently. How could a species of primitive humans have faced down the deadliest predators in the galaxy and emerged victorious? How could such a species have survived? In a deep, booming voice, one of the more powerful alien leaders, an alien called Exor, challenges the ambassador. You speak of surviving your Deathworld, but how do you explain your primitive technologies? How do you explain your lack of understanding of galactic history or advanced weaponry? The ambassador doesn't flinch. We don't need the most advanced weapons to survive. Our greatest weapon is our ability to adapt. We don't need the most sophisticated technology when we have the will to survive. We use what we have, and we make it work. We fight with everything we have. The tension in the room is palpable now. The leaders of the Galactic Council, beings who have seen entire civilizations rise and fall, are beginning to question everything they thought they knew about Earth. How could this primitive species stand toe-to-toe with the most advanced powers in the galaxy? The ambassador continues her story, describing Earth's most dangerous creatures. She tells of the giant predators that roamed the jungles, the creatures that evolved to survive in toxic atmospheres, and the terrifying storms that ravaged entire regions. She talks about humanity's long history of war, wars that have shaped Earth's people into fierce, unyielding survivors. The suspense builds. The Galactic Council, which has ruled the galaxy for millennia, now finds itself questioning its assumptions about Earth. Could this human be telling the truth? Could a species so seemingly inferior actually pose a threat to the galaxy's most powerful civilizations? The message, Earth's potential as a military power. The ambassador's words grow more intense as she explains why the Galactic Council should take Earth seriously. We have come far, she says. What was once a species fighting to survive against the odds is now a species that can stand against any enemy. We have weapons, technology, and strategies that you cannot even begin to understand. The room falls silent. The council members, who have always believed they are the supreme rulers of the galaxy, are forced to reconsider everything they know. Earth, a species they once saw as weak, now stands before them as a potential military powerhouse. The ambassador looks around the room, her eyes cold but resolute. You have underestimated us for far too long, she says. We are no longer a primitive species. We are a force to be reckoned with. And you will soon see what humanity is capable of when pushed to the edge. As she finishes her speech, the tension in the room is at its peak. The Galactic Council is in turmoil. Some members want to dismiss Earth's threat, believing that it is nothing more than bravado. Others, however, are starting to realize that humanity might be a threat they cannot ignore. The room goes quiet, and the screen goes dark. The ambassador has delivered her message, and now, the galaxy will never be the same again. The atmosphere in the Galactic Council chamber is heavy with tension. The ambassador's words still echo in the ears of the council members, but their reactions are far from uniform. Some of the leaders laugh, brushing off the idea that a species from a Deathworld could pose any real threat. They see humanity as an outdated, primitive race, no match for their advanced technology, no match for the sophisticated civilizations they have built. To them, Earth is nothing more than a curiosity, a world of barely developed creatures that have no place in the greater scheme of the galaxy. You claim your world is a Deathworld, a reptilian leader, Grox, sneers, his sharp, elongated teeth glinting in the dim light of the chamber. We have conquered countless hostile planets. What makes Earth different? Other members of the council murmur in agreement, confident in their superiority. Their civilizations have ruled the galaxy for millennia, effortlessly crushing any that dared challenge their dominance. The idea of a primitive species like humanity rising up against them seems laughable. But then there are those who are listening intently, their faces serious, their minds working furiously. These leaders are no fools. They understand that there might be something more to the humans' words. They can feel it, the unease, the growing sense that humanity has survived, not through luck, but through raw, unyielding strength. And that strength might be something to fear. The ambassador's voice interrupts their musings. She stands tall, unwavering, as she speaks with unshakable conviction. You mock us, but you do not understand. Humanity has faced extinction, not once, but many times. We have fought wars, battled plagues, and survived cataclysms that would have wiped out any other species. We are survivors, and our unity, our strength in the face of adversity, is our greatest weapon. Her words hang in the air, charged with emotion. The room falls into a hushed silence. Even the skeptics can feel the weight of her declaration. The very air seems to thrum with the promise of humanity's untapped power. For the first time, the alien leaders are unsure. Is Earth really just a small, insignificant planet, or is it something far more dangerous? As the ambassador speaks, the scene shifts. The camera pans over a barren, desolate landscape, a wasteland once teeming with life, now ravaged by war. We see a human soldier, his face covered in dirt and sweat, fighting off a massive predator that towers over him. The creature is terrifying, with razor-sharp claws and glowing eyes, but the soldier doesn't flinch. His every movement is calculated, his focus absolute. He fights with the desperation of someone who has no choice but to win. The predator roars as it lunges toward him, but the soldier sidesteps and delivers a fatal blow. The image shifts again, this time to a city, a war-torn, crumbling urban sprawl. Explosions shake the ground as soldiers clash with an alien invasion force. Gunfire erupts from every direction as human warriors fight fiercely to protect their homes. The sheer chaos of battle is palpable. Alien forces charging through the streets, only to be met with the unyielding resolve of the humans. Their weapons may be less advanced, their technology rudimentary compared to the invaders, but their spirit, humanity's indomitable spirit, refuses to be broken. Another flashback shows a woman, huddled in a storm shelter with her young child. The wind howls outside, and the walls tremble with the fury of a violent storm that has swept through the land. The mother holds her child close, her face filled with fear, but also with a fierce determination to protect her. The storm is one of Earth's many violent tempests, a force of nature that knows no mercy, but the mother is not afraid. She has survived worse, and she will survive this, too. These flashbacks are raw, unfiltered glimpses of Earth's brutal reality. The planet is a violent, unpredictable place, a world where every moment is a struggle for survival. But amidst this chaos, humanity has thrived. The scars on their bodies, the anguish in their eyes, the unrelenting will to live, it all speaks to the core of what makes humans who they are. Survivors, warriors, and protectors. The camera returns to the chamber, and the ambassador's face softens for a moment, the hardened resolve giving way to something deeper. She looks around at the council, her eyes meeting each leader in turn. You think you understand power, but you do not understand what drives us. You have never faced extinction in the way we have. You have never had to fight for every breath. And you have never experienced the kind of loss that shapes us. The mood in the room shifts again. There is a palpable sense of discomfort among some of the council members. They are used to seeing themselves as the rulers of the galaxy, but the ambassador is speaking of a strength they cannot fathom. A strength born not from technology or power, but from the human heart. And then the ambassador shares a personal story, one that pierces the hearts of everyone in the room. She speaks of a soldier named Bonner, one of humanity's best. Bonner was there during one of the darkest days of Earth's history. It was a day that would change the course of humanity forever. The screen flickers, and the scene shifts to a battlefield. An alien invasion has descended upon Earth. Bonner stands tall, his eyes steely with determination, as his comrades fall around him. The alien forces are overwhelming in both size and technology, their weapons tearing through human ranks. But Bonner doesn't retreat. He keeps fighting, even as his fellow soldiers are slaughtered beside him. Bonner watches as his best friend falls, his body ripped apart by the force of an alien weapon. The grief is palpable, his pain a physical presence that seems to crush the air around him. Tears stream down his face as he holds his fallen comrade's hand one last time. "No," Bonner whispers through clenched teeth. "I won't let you die for nothing." The ambassador's voice fills the room as the scene plays out. Bonner lost everything that day. His brothers, his comrades, his friends. But instead of breaking, he became stronger. He swore vengeance, not just for the lives lost, but for the future of Earth. And he fought on, even when it seemed like all was lost. The council is silent as the camera returns to the ambassador. Her eyes are filled with the weight of her people's sacrifice. Bonner's story is just one of many. Every human who has fought for their planet has made a sacrifice. And they are not done. They will not stop until every life lost is avenged. The tension in the room reaches its peak. The leaders of the Galactic Council are no longer laughing. They are no longer sure. Humanity, a species they thought to be weak and insignificant, has revealed a terrifying truth. They are not just survivors, they are warriors. And they will stop at nothing to protect their world and take revenge on those who have wronged them. The tension in the Galactic Council chamber continues to build, each passing moment adding weight to the conversation. The ambassador has already shared the story of Earth's struggles, but now she prepares to reveal the full extent of humanity's secret strength. She stands tall, her eyes steady and unwavering, as she gestures toward a large holographic screen that flickers to life behind her. A series of dazzling images begins to materialize in mid-air. The first is a warship, sleek and imposing, its dark metal hull reflecting the eerie glow of distant stars. But it isn't just the ship's size that catches the attention of the council, it's the shimmering cloak that surrounds it, making it almost invisible to the naked eye. The ship moves effortlessly through space, its cloaking technology so advanced that it seems to disappear altogether, leaving no trace behind. The members of the council lean forward, their eyes wide with disbelief. How could such a primitive species create such an advanced technology? The ambassador speaks calmly, her voice filled with pride. "This is just the beginning," she says. "Our warships are equipped with state-of-the-art cloaking devices. They can move undetected through enemy lines, striking when and where we choose. But cloaking is only the first step." Another hologram materializes, this time showing an AI-powered weapon system. It's a complex, intricate machine, sleek and deadly, designed to destroy anything in its path. The weapon moves with a mind of its own, its AI capable of predicting and countering enemy tactics before they even happen. The council members exchange uneasy glances as they watch the weapon in action, its movements precise and efficient, like a predator stalking its prey. "These weapons are unlike anything you've encountered before," the ambassador continues, her voice tinged with a hint of warning. "We've developed them by studying the most dangerous creatures on Earth. Beasts capable of surviving the harshest environments, predators that strike with deadly accuracy. We've taken that raw power and fused it with our own technological advancements to create weapons that are both lethal and intelligent. As if to emphasize her point, another hologram appears, this one showing a fleet of self-repairing robots. The robots are small, but efficient, constantly repairing the damage sustained during battles. No matter how many times they are struck down, they always rise again, their resilience unmatched. The Council watches in stunned silence, realizing that humanity has created machines that can fight, heal, and adapt in ways no alien technology ever could. The robots are designed to repair our ships, our weapons, and ourselves, the ambassador explains. They are equipped with advanced nanotechnology that allows them to rebuild any damage instantly. In battle, this gives us an undeniable edge. We don't have to worry about resource shortages or being unable to repair our fleets. Our forces will always be ready for the next fight. The room falls into silence as the Council processes what they have just witnessed. The ambassador's words hang heavy in the air, and for the first time, the leaders of the Galactic Council are beginning to see Earth not as a primitive species, but as a rising power, a force that could challenge even the most advanced civilizations in the galaxy. Just as the atmosphere seems to shift, one of the alien leaders stands. The Zorvian, a cold and calculating species known for their ruthlessness, towers above the others. His skin is a pale gray, his eyes sharp and piercing, and his expression unwavering. His voice, when he speaks, is calm, but it carries the weight of someone who is not easily swayed. You expect us to believe that a primitive species, one that was only recently able to venture into space, has developed such technology, the Zorvian asks, his tone laced with skepticism. You claim to have created weapons more advanced than anything we've seen, but how could such a race, one that is so young, so raw, possibly have the capability to build such power? The ambassador remains calm, unfazed by the challenge. She stands her ground, her gaze unwavering. We may be young in terms of galactic history, but Earth's strength has always come from our ability to adapt. We've faced extinction time and time again, and each time, we've come back stronger. Our technology is a reflection of that survival instinct. The Zorvian scoffs, clearly unconvinced. Survival is one thing. Creating weapons of mass destruction is another. I do not believe that such technology exists, or that humanity could have developed it. The ambassador's eyes narrow slightly, a flicker of defiance in her voice. It is already too late for you to dismiss us, Zorvian. Humanity has prepared for this moment. You may have underestimated us in the past, but now you will see the true power of Earth. We've been planning, building, and refining our technology in secret for years. And now, we are ready. She steps forward, her presence commanding the attention of everyone in the room. I've shown you our weapons, our warships, and our robots. But you haven't seen the full extent of our capabilities. You haven't seen our ability to unite as one, to fight with a single purpose. That is what makes humanity dangerous. We are not a species that breaks under pressure. We are a species that rises, no matter the odds. The Zorvian's eyes narrow, but he doesn't respond immediately. The other members of the council exchange uncertain glances. Some are still dismissive, convinced that Earth's technological advancements are nothing more than a fluke, a temporary advantage. But others are beginning to reconsider. They've seen the evidence, the warships, the AI systems, the self-repairing robots, and they can't deny the power that humanity possesses. The Zorvian's challenge lingers in the air, unanswered for the moment, but it's clear that the once unified council is beginning to splinter. Some leaders are still holding on to the belief that humanity is no match for them. But others, those who are more cautious, are starting to see the wisdom in the ambassador's warnings. The atmosphere grows tense as the council debates the next move. One faction insists that they must act swiftly, attacking Earth before humanity's power grows too great. We cannot let them gain any more strength, a hulking alien warrior, Zalor, growls. We must strike before they can challenge us. But others, including a wise and ancient leader known as Kirox, voiced their doubts. If we attack now, we risk angering a species that has already proven itself capable of surviving against all odds. We may have underestimated them, but we cannot afford to make the same mistake again. The room is divided. The decision they make next will determine the fate of the galaxy, and every member of the Galactic Council knows it. The stakes have never been higher, and the weight of their decision presses down on them like an unseen force. For the first time, humanity has made the Galactic Council question its assumptions, and that alone is enough to shift the balance of power in the galaxy. The atmosphere in the Galactic Council chamber is thick with tension. The debate rages on, voices rising and falling in sharp, heated exchanges. The fate of Earth hangs in the balance, and the weight of the decision is not lost on the ambassador. She stands at the center of the room, her hands trembling slightly as she grips the edge of the platform. The choice she is about to make will shape the future of her species, perhaps even the future of the entire galaxy. In her mind, a storm of conflicting thoughts swirls. On one hand, she knows that Earth's survival depends on the decision made here today. The Council's response, whether it is one of rejection or alliance, will determine whether humanity faces destruction or has the chance to grow, expand, and thrive. She knows that war could be the result of this meeting, a war where Earth's resilience and technological advancements will be tested like never before. But the ambassador also understands that humanity cannot back down. They've fought too long, endured too much, and come too far to simply submit to a life of subjugation. If they have to fight to prove their worth, so be it. Earth's warriors are ready for whatever comes their way. But beneath the surface, there's something else, a deep and unshakable belief in humanity's greatest strength. It isn't their weapons, their technology, or their superior combat skills. No, the ambassador knows that Earth's true weapon lies within its people, their spirit. The unwavering determination to survive, to adapt, to rise against insurmountable odds, is something that no alien species could have foreseen. The ambassador's heart beats with pride as she recalls the countless struggles humanity has faced, and she knows that Earth's strength isn't just about physical power. It's about the will to endure, the desire to protect one another, and the unyielding hope for a future where humanity stands tall. The ambassador's thoughts are interrupted by a voice, sharp and commanding, breaking through the noise of the debate. But even as she listens, she feels the burden of her decision weighing on her. She has come this far, but what comes next will be the hardest part. Will she lead Earth into war, or will she find a way to bridge the gap and unite with the galaxy? As the debate escalates, a new voice emerges from the back of the chamber. The Lunians, a peaceful alien species known for their serene ways and diplomatic approach, have long been considered a minor force in the galactic community. They are not known for their military power, but for their ability to mediate and negotiate, seeking harmony rather than conflict. Their leader, a tall and graceful Lunian named Arca, steps forward, his voice calm but resolute. The future of this galaxy does not have to be built on conflict, Arca says, his words cutting through the chaos. Earth is not a threat. It is an opportunity for unity. We, the Lunians, have long believed that the strength of a species is not defined by its ability to destroy, but by its ability to create, to cooperate, and to evolve together. There is a moment of stunned silence. The Zorvian sneers, clearly displeased by this intervention. You would suggest that we ally with such a primitive species, he growls. Are we supposed to join forces with a race that has only just begun to explore the stars? Arca meets his gaze, unfazed. Yes. Because while Earth may be young, it is resilient. It is filled with potential. The Lunians see in them not a threat, but a new chance for collaboration, for growth, and for peace. If we unite with Earth, we have the possibility of building a future where all species can thrive, not just survive. The room is divided. Some of the council members, particularly those from more peaceful races, nod in agreement, their minds open to the idea of a new alliance. They recognize the potential of Earth not just as a military power, but as a new, dynamic ally. They see a future where Earth's spirit can contribute to the galaxy's progress, where human ingenuity can help solve the galaxy's greatest challenges. But others, especially the more militant leaders, are less convinced. The Zorvian continues to push for immediate action, a full-scale invasion to crush Earth before it can become too powerful. "You are all fools," he spits, his eyes burning with contempt. "We must act before they can challenge us. If we wait, it will be too late." The Lunian leader's voice is firm as he counters. "It is never too late for peace. But if we act with violence, we will only bring destruction. I believe the galaxy's future lies in cooperation, not conflict." The ambassador listens closely, her thoughts racing. She sees the wisdom in Arca's words, but she knows that the council is deeply divided. Some fear Earth's power and wish to destroy it, while others see it as a chance for something greater. She cannot deny that this is the moment that will define the galaxy's future, Earth's future. As the debate rages on, the ambassador is transported back to Earth, to the lives and sacrifices of her people. She sees the faces of soldiers who fought and died for their world. In her mind's eye, she sees Bonner, a soldier who had become a symbol of humanity's unbreakable spirit. Bonner had stood tall on the front lines, his weapon raised, fighting back against overwhelming odds during an alien invasion. His comrades had fallen beside him, their lives lost in the heat of battle, but Bonner had never wavered. He had fought with everything he had, determined to protect the world he loved. The memory of Bonner's grief after the invasion is sharp in the ambassador's mind. She remembers the weight of his sorrow, the anger in his eyes, and the fire that burned within him. His resolve to protect Earth, to ensure that no more lives would be lost, had been unshakable. He had become a symbol of human strength, the strength that had carried humanity through countless trials. In Bonner's eyes, she saw what Earth truly stood for, not just survival, but the unyielding will to fight, to endure, and to rise again. As the ambassador stands in the council chamber, her heart heavy with the memory of Bonner's sacrifice, she knows what must be done. She must show the council the true strength of humanity, the strength that comes not from technology or weapons, but from the heart of every human being. She turns to face the council, her voice steady and unwavering. Humanity's greatest strength lies not in the technology we have built, but in the spirit of our people. We may be young, but we are strong. We have faced extinction, and we have risen from the ashes. We will not be broken, and we will never stop fighting for our future. The debate in the Galactic Council chamber is reaching a boiling point. For hours, arguments have been exchanged, each side presenting its case with growing intensity. The Zorvian, a leader of one of the most feared factions in the galaxy, has continued to push for the destruction of Earth. His voice has grown louder and more desperate, pleading with the Council to act swiftly and decisively before humanity can grow too strong. Despite the Lunians' plea for diplomacy, the Council's factions have been split, some leaning toward an alliance with Earth, while others are convinced that Earth's technological advances are too great a threat to ignore. But in the end, the Zorvians' faction has won the day. The decision is made, and it is final. The Galactic Council orders an immediate military strike against Earth, a strike designed to cripple humanity's defenses and prevent them from becoming a formidable force in the galaxy. The room falls silent for a moment as the weight of the decision sinks in. The tension is palpable, and the air seems thick with uncertainty. The ambassador, standing at the center of the room, feels the sting of the Council's rejection. She knows that the consequences of this decision will be devastating for Earth, but she also knows that this is just the beginning. A countdown to invasion has begun, and there is no turning back now. She casts a final glance at the Council, her heart heavy with the knowledge that they are making a grave mistake. The shockwave of the decision spreads quickly through the galaxy. As the Council's order is transmitted to the various factions, the news reaches Earth. The people of Earth brace themselves for what is to come. The looming threat of invasion stirs something deep within humanity, a primal fear, but also a determination to protect what is theirs. The fate of their world rests on the strength of their resolve. Back on Earth, the ambassador meets with the highest-ranking military officials. The news of the invasion has reached them, and the situation is dire. But Earth's leaders are not panicking, they are preparing. The human military is unlike anything the galaxy has ever seen. Earth's soldiers are hardened, battle-tested, and ready to face whatever the Galactic Council throws at them. They know that this fight will be unlike any other, and they are prepared to use every advantage they have. The ambassador stands before a group of generals, officers, and strategists, her face solemn but resolute. The invasion is coming, she says, her voice steady. The Galactic Council has chosen war. But they don't understand what they're up against. Earth is not just a planet, it is a death world. And our strength lies not only in our technology but in our spirit. We will fight with everything we have. We will defend our world. The room is filled with murmurs of agreement. The leaders of Earth's military forces have heard the ambassador's words, and they understand the gravity of the situation. They've been preparing for this moment, studying Earth's enemies, perfecting their combat tactics, and, most importantly, developing new technologies that will give them an edge. The secrets of Earth's death world have been carefully guarded, but now they will be revealed in full force. Advanced cloaking devices, AI-powered weapon systems, and self-repairing robots, these are the tools that humanity will use to turn the tide of battle. Earth's engineers and scientists have worked tirelessly to develop these cutting-edge technologies, inspired by the deadly creatures that roam Earth's surface. From massive warships equipped with energy shields to drones that can fight in the dead of space, humanity is ready for war. The military's preparations are swift and efficient. As Earth's fleet assembles, the hum of machinery fills the air. Ships are reinforced with the latest defensive tech, weapons are tested, and soldiers train relentlessly. Each person on Earth knows that this will be a fight for their very survival. But they also know that Earth's greatest strength is not in its technology alone, it is in the indomitable will of its people. Humanity will stand united, and they will not back down. As the ambassador leaves the briefing room, her heart beats with a sense of both fear and hope. She knows that Earth's military forces are ready, but the coming battle will test them in ways they can't even imagine. Still, she believes in humanity's ability to rise to the occasion. The strength of Earth's warriors is their greatest weapon, and it is something that the Galactic Council cannot prepare for. The rising tension is almost unbearable as Earth's forces move into position. From the vast military command centers to the bustling starports, every part of Earth's military is on high alert. The countdown has begun, and soon, the forces of the Galactic Council will descend upon Earth. But humanity is not sitting idly by. They are preparing for the storm that is about to hit. The ambassador and her team work tirelessly in the war rooms, planning their counterattack with precision. They know that the Galactic Council is not expecting a fight like this. Earth's warriors have trained for years, anticipating the day they would face the might of the galaxy's most powerful factions. The ambassador's mind races as she reviews the battle strategies, her fingers moving over holographic maps of the galaxy. Every move must be calculated, every decision crucial. We have to hit them hard and fast, the ambassador says, her voice cutting through the silence of the command center. The Zorvians' forces are powerful, but they're not invincible. We have the advantage of surprise, and we will use it. Our ships are cloaked, and our drones are ready to strike. We will take the fight to them. Her words are filled with conviction, and her team listens closely. They understand the stakes of this war. If they fail, Earth will fall. But if they succeed, the Galactic Council will be forced to recognize humanity's strength, their unity, and their resolve. As Earth's fleet assembles, the camera zooms out to show the vastness of the looming conflict. The ships are massive, their dark forms almost blending into the blackness of space. Every inch of the fleet is brimming with advanced technology, weapons that humanity has never before unleashed on such a scale. The hum of the engines fills the air as the ships power up, preparing for battle. On Earth's surface, people watch the skies with a mixture of fear and hope. News of the invasion has spread, and the entire world is holding its breath. Will humanity be able to withstand the might of the Galactic Council? Will they be able to defend their world from the overwhelming power of the Empire that seeks to destroy them? The clock ticks down, and the tension mounts. As the first wave of galactic ships approaches Earth's orbit, the countdown reaches its final moments. The war for Earth's survival is about to begin, and nothing will ever be the same again. The rising action is unstoppable, the stakes higher than ever before. The fate of Earth hangs in the balance, and humanity's resolve will be tested in ways they never could have imagined. The decision made by the Galactic Council has set the stage for a battle that will shape the future of the galaxy, and Earth will not go down without a fight. The tension is thick as the galactic fleet approaches Earth. For the Council, this should be a simple conquest, a quick strike to neutralize the primitive humans and show the galaxy their dominance. Their advanced ships are a terrifying sight, massive vessels brimming with powerful weaponry and unmatched technology. They expect an easy victory. But what they don't know is that Earth has been preparing for this moment for years. As the first wave of the galactic fleet enters Earth's orbit, the humans reveal their secret weapon. The warships, previously invisible, flicker into view as their cloaking devices deactivate. The alien fleet is caught off guard, and what they thought would be a swift and simple battle is about to become the most difficult fight of their lives. Earth's warships, equipped with cutting-edge technology, immediately go on the offensive. Advanced AI-powered drones swarm the galactic ships, attacking with precision and ruthless efficiency. These drones, designed for battle on both land and in space, are a formidable force. They dart between the alien ships with speed and agility, dodging enemy fire and striking with deadly accuracy. But it's not just the drones that make the difference. Earth's warships are equipped with self-repairing robots, which work tirelessly to fix any damage that occurs during the battle. When an alien laser blast strikes a ship, the robots rush to the scene, repairing the damage almost instantly. This gives Earth's fleet a significant advantage. While the galactic ships struggle with their own damage, Earth's fleet is able to keep fighting without missing a beat. The weapons Earth has developed, powered by the secrets of their Deathworld, strike with a force that even the most advanced alien technology cannot withstand. Energy blasts tear through the alien ships, disabling their systems and causing chaos within their ranks. The underdog humans are holding their own against the might of the Galactic Council, and the battle shifts in their favor. For the first time, the Council members start to feel fear. They never expected humanity to have such powerful technology, let alone the will to fight back. But the humans are not just fighting for survival, they are fighting for their freedom. Every ship, every drone, and every soldier is determined to protect their world and prove that they are not to be underestimated. As the battle rages in space, Bonner and his team prepare for the final phase of their mission. They have been tasked with infiltrating a key Galactic Council warship, the flagship of the Zorvians faction. It is on this ship that the fate of the battle will be decided. If they can destroy the flagship or disable its command center, the galactic fleet will lose its cohesion and be forced to retreat. The team moves quickly and quietly, boarding the Zorvian flagship in the midst of the chaos. They make their way through the corridors, engaging in brutal close-quarters combat with the alien forces that are still trying to hold their ground. The tension is high, and the adrenaline is pumping. Bonner leads the charge, his focus unwavering as he cuts through the alien soldiers, determined to complete the mission. As the team reaches the heart of the ship, Bonner faces a crucial decision. The command center is heavily guarded, and the only way to ensure the mission's success is to plant explosives near the ship's core. But doing so will mean sacrificing his life. Bonner knows the risks, but he also knows that this is the only way to ensure humanity's victory. In a moment of selfless bravery, Bonner decides to stay behind and detonate the explosives manually. As he watches his teammates escape to safety, he sets the charge and makes the ultimate sacrifice. The explosion rips through the Zorvian flagship, crippling the ship and sending shockwaves through the remaining galactic fleet. Bonner's death is a devastating blow to humanity, but it also becomes the catalyst for their final push toward victory. The loss of Bonner resonates deeply with every human soldier, every citizen, and every person on Earth. His sacrifice fuels their anger and determination. The human spirit, now more powerful than ever, propels them to fight with everything they have. They are no longer just defending their world, they are avenging the brave souls who gave their lives for the greater good. With the flagship destroyed, the Zorvians' forces are thrown into disarray. The Galactic Fleet, once so confident in their superiority, is now in retreat. Earth's warships continue to press the attack, and one by one, the alien ships fall. The tides of battle have turned, and humanity has proven that they are not a race to be taken lightly. The Zorvian, realizing that his forces have been decimated and that retreat is their only option, orders a retreat. The remaining galactic ships flee into the depths of space, leaving Earth victorious. The war is over. Humanity has fought back the overwhelming forces of the Galactic Council and secured its place in the galaxy. On Earth, the celebrations begin. People cheer in the streets, grateful for the survival of their world and the triumph of their spirit. But even as the world celebrates, there is a quiet sense of respect for those who gave their lives in the fight. The ambassador, standing with the people of Earth, watches as the last of the alien fleet retreats. She feels a deep sense of pride, but also a sadness for the lives lost. Bonner's sacrifice is not forgotten. His name will be etched in history as a symbol of humanity's unbreakable will. And as the ambassador looks to the stars, she knows that Earth's place in the galaxy has been secured, not by their technology alone, but by their unyielding spirit. As the celebrations continue, the ambassador stands alone, gazing up at the stars. The night sky is clear, and the vast expanse of space stretches out before her. The war is over, but she knows that this is just the beginning. The Galactic Council may have been forced to retreat, but the galaxy is vast, and humanity's journey is far from over. This is only the beginning, the ambassador whispers to herself, her eyes fixed on the stars. The galaxy will never forget Earth. As the camera pulls away, the screen fades to black, leaving the future open and uncertain. The fate of humanity is still unwritten, and the adventures to come will shape the course of the galaxy for generations to come. The battle for Earth has been won, but the story is far from over.